Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming out tonight and supporting this amazing organization. It's, I'm really humbled to be in the room with some of the bravest people in the world right now, and Maria Reza is here, and she's alive. When I despair, Mahatma Gandhi once said, when I despair, I remember all through history the way of truth and love always has won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time it seems like they're invincible. But in the end, they all fall. Always. Think of it. Always. No one is more aware of that history than the tyrants themselves, and so it's been with the regime of Bashar al-Assad. Since the civil war in Syria began, the Assad regime has killed and imprisoned hundreds of thousands of people, and journalists have been particularly targeted, so that the Syrian people and the world at large doesn't have access to the information about the crimes of the regime. The possibility of even just telling the truth, and the truth itself, has been under relentless assault. And throughout this onslaught, Mazen Darwish and Yara Badr have refused to be silenced. Together they have formed the Syrian Center for Media and Free Expression, which began its work of supporting journalists 2 decades ago. And since then, they've faced intimidation, arrest, detention. Mazen has been tortured. They've faced exile. And yet, they continue to do the work, supporting journalists, standing up for human rights, documenting the crimes of the regime, and telling the stories that the regime doesn't want told. They've even expanded their work to other countries, taking these hard-earned lessons and applying them in defense of values that really should be universal. So many times, they have every reason to give up, but they don't. These are difficult times for journalists. I have a feeling in our country it's going to get even more difficult, even here. But especially in places like Syria, we're beginning to see signs. We're beginning to see trials held in other countries holding the Syrian war criminals to account. These are places where victims can face their oppressors and look them in the eye and hold them to account. Power may still be in the hands of the regime, but the truth has not been erased. This is thanks to the determination of incredibly courageous men and women, journalists who have told the story of the regime that they wanted to repress. And by continuing to do this work, organizations like the Syrian Center for Media and Free Expression have helped carry the light of truth through the deepest valleys of darkness. They really deserve all of our support and our gratitude, and we should look to them for how to behave if ever those days visit us. When we do reach the brighter day, years from now maybe, history will record their valiant, relentless work to ensure the justice for journalists. Please join me in welcoming husband and wife, Mazen Darwish and Yara Badr. you.